distinguished Deputy Prime Ministers and Foreign Ministers of Poland and Pakistan and their respective delegations. A warm welcome to the members of and colleagues from media. We will begin with the opening remarks of the two distinguished Deputy Prime Ministers and Foreign Ministers, followed by a Q&A. I request the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Pakistan to please proceed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu salli ala Rasul Kareem. Excellency Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister of Poland, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. It is with great pleasure that we welcome here today the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Poland, Mr. Sikorski. This is the Minister's second visit to Pakistan, the last being in 2011. Having served as war correspondent in the region during 1980s, Excellency, the Minister is no longer and no stranger in this part of the world. Pakistan attaches great importance to its ties with the Republic of Poland. Poland's struggle for freedom and independence is exemplary in annals of history. This great nation, which produced luminaries such as Chopin, Joseph Conrad, Marie Curie, is nothing short of inspirational. It may be unknown to many Pakistanis that Poland and Pakistan share a unique historical connection. During World War II, thousands of Polish refugees found shelter in present-day Pakistan, and that is in Karachi and Quetta. We also remember and laud the role of Polish Air Force pilots and engineers who helped lay the foundation of Pakistan Air Force. The role played particularly by Air Force Commodore Turovitz shall always be remembered by us. His story, in fact, is a monument to the values of sacrifice, dignity and honor. In recognition of the meritorious and selfless services of Air Commodore, two monuments of PF base Faisal, Karachi Faisal and Karachi have been built with a dedicated corner in the PF Museum. With this shared historical context, Pakistan views Poland as an important partner bilaterally as well as in the European Union. We rejoice the economic progress Poland has made to now become a $1 trillion economy. We congratulate Poland on the successful and smooth presidential election and for its able stewardship of the Council of the European Union 1st January to 30th of June 2025. During the delegation-level talks, Minister Sikorski and I took stock of the Pakistan-Poland bilateral ties, which continue to develop on a very positive trajectory. We have over $1 billion bilateral trade, and both sides agreed that there remains immense untapped potential to further expand trade and economic cooperation. We agreed to expand bilateral cooperation in trade, energy, infrastructure, technology and education. I am happy to share that to further enhance cooperation between the foreign ministries of the two countries, we have just signed today a memorandum of understanding which envisions regular bilateral consultations. We have also signed a memorandum of understanding on cooperation between the Institute of Strategic Studies, Islamabad, and the Polish Institute of International Affairs. At the talks today, we also exchanged views on major regional and global issues, including the security situation in the South Asia, Afghanistan, Europe, and the Middle East. I apprised His Excellency Foreign Minister of our concerns regarding unprovoked Indian aggression and Pakistan's principled position on Jammu and Kashmir dispute, advocating for the resolution according to the wishes of Kashmiri people in line with the UN Security Council resolutions. We also discussed the recent excesses of the Taliban regime Presence of Fitna al-Kharij and Fitna al-Hindustan elements on Afghan soil and their continued attacks against Pakistan remains our top concern. I emphasize the need for the strengthening the multilateralism and consistent adherence to the fundamental principles of the UN Charter to address the existing and emerging international challenges in an effective and credible manner. We both agreed that multilateralism got to be facing now reforms in order to make it more effective and implementable of its decisions globally. Excellency, Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister visit is a significant milestone in Pakistan-Poland bilateral relations, and today we reaffirm our resolve to transform these relations into a comprehensive and mutually beneficial partnership. Excellency, let me reiterate that it is my great pleasure to welcome you once again here in Islamabad. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you for your kind words, and let me express my gratitude.
पाकिस्तान और पोलैंड के वज़ीर-ए-आज़म की मुश्तरका न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस आप मुलाहिज़ा कर रहे हैं और
To thank you also for reminding us of the shared historical legacy shaped by the refuge that Poles received here during the war and our contribution to the launch of your Air Force. Yes, I agree. We have decided to renew the Memorandum of Understanding between our ministries so as to facilitate better coordination. I think a discussion among think tanks from our regions is also important, and I welcome the MOU between our respective think tanks. As you've mentioned, we've covered a broad range of issues, from bilateral economic ties, which you've already mentioned, to regional issues and global governance. During the meeting with the Deputy Prime Minister, Mohamed Ishaq, I presented a Polish offer of more intense bilateral collaborations in the fields of trade, public finances, fintech, and water management. We also discussed further cooperation in mining and the energy sector, building on the success of such engagements as the Polish oil and gas company exploring natural gas in Pakistan. This, I believe, has a huge potential for the future. Pakistani diaspora in Poland has been growing over the past few years. It is still quite small, around 2,000 people, but I'm glad to say a quarter of them are students. We are happy that Polish universities are popular among young, talented people from Pakistan, and we hope that their experience and impressions that they gather in Poland serve as a basis for actual people-to-people diplomacy. So Poland remains open to legal migration and for real studies for real students, but I want to emphasize that there is zero tolerance for illegal migration to Polish territory, which is simultaneously EU territory. For several years, our neighbors, Russia and Belarus, have been trying to help people smugglers breach our border, exploiting people, exploiting tragic situations, and using them as a tool of hybrid warfare and putting them under unnecessary risk. And Poland had to respond. Polish borders are now some of the best protected borders of the EU. Winter is coming. Trying to cross that border is just too dangerous. We appeal to people not to try it. Poland and Pakistan share a common perspective on the importance of sovereignty and territorial integrity of states. This principle holds particular significance in our region in light of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. the recent Russian violations of Polish airspace around here is an unprecedented and outrageous military provocation. It is a new stage of Russian attempts to destabilize the situation in parts of Europe. Poland remains steadfast in its support of a comprehensive, just and lasting peace in Ukraine and welcomes all efforts towards achieving such a peace. It should be based on the UN Charter and international law. We also root for peace in Gaza. Poland has been in recognition of Palestine for decades, and we believe there should be a two-state solution for the two ancient peoples of the Middle East to live in dignity and in peace with each other. Poland is also interested in a stable and prosperous South Asia. We welcome all the efforts of Pakistan, both regional and globally, that help to achieve this aim. Thank you.
We now open the floor. I'll request our media colleagues to please introduce yourselves and your organization. Yes, the lady, we begin with the lady.
Thank you, sir. This is Ghazala Noreen from Suno News, and my question is to Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Ishaq Dar. Sir, my question is, how do you envision the future relationship between Pakistan and Poland, and what are the areas both countries aim to expand bilateral cooperation in? Thank you.
Thank you. I think, first of all, let me tell you that our two-way trade is around $1 billion, and we have about 1,400 Pakistanis diaspora in Poland, including 350 students. So the areas of cooperation, I think there's a great scope, first of all, to enhance the bilateral trade. And you must be aware that there's a oil and gas expertise in Poland, and one of their big corporation oil and gas company is operating in Pakistan with almost $500 million investment, and they are doing wonderful job. But still, the future areas of cooperation, in addition to the oil and gas, can be railways, also technology transfer in agriculture in order to enhance our yield, which is as compared to many countries in the region is much lower than them. We also have discussed the fintech, as His Excellency explained. The financial inclusion is already Pakistan's goal since 2015-16. We have been working, and the energy, transport, these are the areas where we have a great scope to work with each other. On on the question of Gaza, we have the same commonality in thinking that Pakistan believes, and so the Poland, that the multilateral system must become effective and the reforms must be introduced so that such issues, Jammu and Kashmir, Gaza or Palestine or any other issues now should be actually, these institutions should be able to handle those issues very effectively. So we see that where there is no implementation of the UN resolutions like decades-old Jammu and Kashmir or Palestine, there is hardly any action. So I think that there has been a great common thinking on our part. Poland has been a great partner and a great supporter on the multilateral forums. We have been supporting each other candidatures. Our current election to the UN Security Council, we owe thanks to Poland for their vote, 182 versus 5. 182 had Poland vote as well. So I thank Excellency for his support, and we will continue to be working with each other. And in the near future, I'll be requesting my dear valued guest and colleague for the support on the GSP Plus renewal, which is due in 2027. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, in the outset, let me welcome you on behalf of my colleagues on your second visit to this country, since you are from a historic and very important country. And you are in a great company of our beloved Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister. The way he introduced you in his earlier remarks, that you had good knowledge of the conflicts and wars in different parts of the world, I should ask a question about the ongoing conflict in different parts of the world, but I will constrain to ask you a question about your past, only if I wish to know that how far you are satisfied about your talks so far you had with your host country, and I would like to know the prospectuses from your point of view of exploring mining and gas in Pakistan. Thank you very much.
Well, Polish companies have been conducting geological services in Pakistan for years. In fact, one of our engineers was kidnapped and tragically killed by I believe, the Pakistani Taliban. This is in 2007, if memory serves.
I think
2009. Willing to take the risk to try to help you get hold of your natural resources. And I understand that our petrochemical company, which owns these subsidiaries, has already invested $500 million in Pakistan. So we will continue to support that. And yes, I was a correspondent here in the 1980s for reporting on the war in Afghanistan. I received a World Press photo in 1988 for a picture of an Afghan family killed in Soviet bombing near Herat. The photograph was actually taken in 1987. I was the reporter who brought out the first Stingers, the first pictures of Stinger missiles on the battlefield in 1986. I spent several weeks in Tora Bora, which was the base of Haji Qadir. And I also took part in some ambushes on the Kabul-Jalalabad road. I walked from Quetta to around Kandahar up to Herat for 3.5 months. But I also know what price Pakistan paid for that Russian invasion of Afghanistan. You suffered an influx of millions of refugees, but also millions of guns, and drugs came across the border, and your politics and your economy suffered as a result of the Russian invasion of Afghanistan. And we are now a country which also is under impact of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Over 1 million Ukrainian refugees and a trade confrontation with Russia, which has harmed our economy. But Russia may not invade whoever she pleases. Russia and Ukraine have an international treaty on the border signed by no other than Vladimir Putin. And you are a nuclear country. Ukraine once had the world's third largest nuclear arsenal, which it gave up under the Budapest Memorandum of 1994, I think, in return for guarantees of her independence and borders, guarantees primarily from Russia. And these guarantees have been flagrantly violated, and we believe that the international multilateral order should be, it is not perfect, but as we can see, when it's breached, it's even worse.
Thank you so much, spokesperson. My question is addressed to Pakistani Foreign Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Dar. Sir, how do you view the relations with Poland having influence on the overall Pakistan-EU relations? In the past as well, Poland had supported Pakistan's GSP status in the EU. You just mentioned about it. Did the topic of GSP Plus for Pakistan came under discussion during your talks today? Thank you.
Well, GSP Plus has been part of our discussion. And, our relationship with Poland obviously are great, and history has been just shared by both of us. You see, the GSP Plus is a win-win for both Pakistan and EU. We have implemented 27 conventions after agreeing GSP plus. 4 reviews have already taken place, and the 5th review is due in the very near future. We are totally prepared for the 5th review, and the understandings which we developed at that time, we have faithfully implemented those commitments. So we are looking forward. Poland support. Poland has been a great supporter in the EU, and the EU is one of the largest trading partners of Pakistan in terms of our global trade. This tool of GSP Plus is actually, it should continue for reasons that primarily it will aim at sustainable development, good governance and poverty alleviation. I think these are the tools which the global community is looking for. And SDGs, if you look into the UN SDGs, the goals are almost the same. So GSP Plus is a great tool, a great support, and a great help to Pakistan. 2027, it is due for renewal. And once again, I thank my dear, valued guest and colleague, Deputy Prime Foreign Minister of Poland, for all the support they have been extending to Pakistan on this account. Thank you.
I think we can have one last question. Yes, Shaukat Raja sir.
Thank you so much, sir. My question is to Excellency, the Foreign Minister of Poland, Radosław Sikorski. What is your assessment, sir, about the relationship or prospects of Pakistan-Poland cooperation on the global and regional issues, including cooperation at the United Nations and other multilateral organizations, as Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of Pakistan, Senator Ishaq Sahab just said, strengthening some mechanisms. So what are the prospects now? Thank you, sir.
Well, we are in 2 distinct regions, but the world is a small place. So one of the issues that we discussed is the prospects for peace in the Middle East. And we are glad of the release of hostages and prisoners, respectively, by Hamas and Israel. But we recognize that Gaza needs a structure of governance and that it needs the help of the international community in securing basic security for its inhabitants so that reconstruction may begin. And I believe both Pakistan and Poland will support that effort. There is now there's a tradition of Poland and Pakistan participating side by side in UN peace missions. This idea is more of an Arab-Islamic initiative, but Poland will also want to show the flag, at least, show our support for the peace efforts of President Trump and others for their fighting to stop and for people to be able to recover from this horrible situation. So I believe that Poles and Pakistanis will be on the same side again in an operation that is important for everyone.